All right, go on.
Alright, so she's pushing her nose on the crate like she does when she first came here at night, and she's still, she's doing that now to like, I'm gonna come out. I'm right next to her, but she doesn't want to be in there.
Yeah.
So I'm pressing, holding until she stops, and then I release. Is that right?
You can even just tap, yes. So just make the e-collar the communication that says that's not appropriate, don't do that.
So we're not even talking to her verbally. We're only no communication verbally. It's only.
You could say no, and then that's followed by a correction. So no, correction. Or you could just correct, and she understands that it's a natural consequence of pushing her nose there or clawing the door.
Alright, so at this point, we're letting her out. We're leaving her. Oh, she's gonna try and come out. Good girl. Good girl. Alright, so let's see here. So I got her on the leash. She's walking around. You want to give her a mental break, I would say, right?
Now, I would be holding the leash so that you have control over her.
Okay.
For sure.
So we're in my living. Alright, no problem. I'll do what you say. Good girl. Good girl. Yes, you did good. Good girl. Yes, take those yuckies from your eyes.
And like I was saying earlier, how we're not going to just worry about lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3. We're going to worry about the task at hand, and we're going to finish that task. So if we're going to work on crate manners right now, we're going to keep going until that dog is super smooth, going in and out of the crate.
No problem.
So let's try some of that.
Tell me repeat. Is that right?
It's not about quantity, it's about quality. So if you have a few reps, if you have 3 reps that are super good and the dog's just going in and out like silk, that's all you need to do. If you have 20 reps, and the dog is still struggling after 20 reps, there's something missing there. So you need to focus on what the actual issue is there. So let's keep going. Let's see what happens.
Okay, let's see what happens. Hold on.
It might help to move the other dogs out of the room because there's just free roaming dogs. That might be a little distracting for her right now. We definitely don't need to be in a sterile room to do this. Great. It's not relevant to her, yep.
Okay. But then I blasted her at 127, so what's wrong with my mind? I don't know. Okay. Mini bed. No. Okay, let's go higher. Okay, Kate, you're really sucking.
So every time that, can we pause real quick, Christina?
Yeah.
I'm seeing this several times now. Every time that you start to pull her in there and then she says no and you said, okay, well let's start again, and you walk away and go to reset, she's winning. She's saying, okay, so if I just balk long enough,
I see.
we'll stop. So you gotta keep going. So get good at scrolling up on that e-collar and keep that constant steady pressure. This is the direction we're going, and the pressure just goes up and up until she's finally like, okay, I'll go. And then the pressure goes away, we all feel good about it.
I'm still working on the black button, is that right?
That's right, yep.
Okay.
You're just going to be scrolling up, and do not look at the screen. Don't worry about the number. I'm hearing you stop every few seconds and saying, okay, we're going from an 8 to a 10.
Okay.
We're going from a 10 to a 12. Is this okay? Is this okay? Don't worry about it. The dog will tell you.
Alright,
Okay?
Mini bed.
Good girl. That was very nice. Good job, both of you.
Yes. So, leave her in here for a minute or so and then release her and try again?
Yep. In fact, what I would do now is shut the door gently. Don't close it with the latch, but just shut it in her face. Wait a few seconds. Correct that. Anytime there's a push with that nose or a paw, you're correcting. When she stops pushing back against the door, gently open the door, just slightly, just a few inches, 6 inches maybe. If she starts to come out, again, pressure on. If she's still confused, you can use the door to kind of push her back and show her the way. When she's all the way in there, pressure off, and then you do it again until she's finally like, I'm not going to push back against the door. I'm going to look to you for permission. Remember last time we talked about permission-based lifestyles?
For everything.
Everything with her right now. That's what she needs.
So we got the 6 inches.
Very nice. Now open it wider.
Good girl.
Nice job. And you're always ready to get back in there, pressure on, door closed if she starts to come out. So you have that kind of pattern. What I want by the end of this lesson, which is why I say we're not going to move on until we're totally smooth with one concept, is the dog to be able to stay in there even when you leave the room. With the door wide open.
Got it. I'm going to open it up a little more.
Sure, if you feel it. Very good. And now this time, next time that she chooses to kind of shift her weight, wait her out and see if she actually chooses to step out, because she might just be testing and seeing what happens. So you want her to make the actual conscious decision to put a paw out of that kennel. This is very nice. Good job.
You know, one thing one of my mentors told me is your timing. So I kind of try and work on that.
Yep, but that's true. Timing's very important. So we're just going to shift our kind of criteria for the timing that we give the correction, the timing that we give the information to the dog until the dog is making the choice. So instead of saying, I'm going to shut that thought down, say I'm going to shut that movement down. I want the dog to think about it and choose for themselves that I don't want to step out of the kennel, it's not worth it. Instead of saying, I see you thinking about stepping out, I'm going to correct you now. I don't want that really with most dogs in most cases. I want the dog to make the choice for themselves and say, oh, that choice does not pan out for me. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does, and she's still in there.
She's doing awesome. So now I would go back, close the door in her face. Not on her face, but close the door again. And then we'll repeat until the dog is not even thinking about it. Okay?
Okay, so when we say repeat opening the door, repeat going in.
Repeat opening the door for now, because we're going to stay at this stage until the dog is fully looking to us. You didn't correct it. There, that's where I correct. Very nice job. Good timing. You got good timing. That's the thing that your mentor told you. You do have good timing. It's just we want to apply it in a different way.
I have to tell you what, Gabby. Like I was telling Julia, you were in my back pocket. I know the other day, I think you were getting frustrated with me, and I haven't, you know.
It's just so hard to not be able to jump through the screen and show you. It's really hard to do this thing without being hands-on, you know?
I wish I could tell you I heard that, but somebody was scratching in the crate. Say that again?
It's really frustrating for me to not be able to jump in there and be there with you physically to show you.
Well, you know, all right.
You're doing a great job.
I'm the problem. Go ahead. I know I'm the problem. All right. But like you said, if I didn't make this phone call, then I'm not looking to improve. Okay?
That's right.
And I have no, qualms about saying that there's always room for improvement on a trainer. So I want to do the best. At the end of the day, I want someone to turn around and like, holy shit, you did it. You fixed my door. That's really more, I mean, don't get me wrong, the money pays the bills. But that's like huge for me.
That positive feedback, yeah.
Right. So she just used her nose to pop it open and it popped her.
Good, you corrected her on the e-collar.
Yes.
Very good. Yep, just keep doing that until she's like, well, I guess that doesn't pay off anymore. Because it probably worked in the past. This dog has probably broken out of crates in the past.
Oh, and out.
This is beautiful. Very nice. Now, when you're ready, Christina, what I want you to do is grab the handle of her leash. If she tries to come out when she sees you grab the handle, which a lot of dogs do because they say, oh, they're grabbing my leash. We're going to go now. Repeat the whole thing where if she steps out after you grab her leash, pressure on. That's very nice. Now, no, they're right there. That was perfect. I saw you didn't use the leash this time to push her back. That was really good. Good job. So now do it again. You see how the dog is thinking, okay, she grabbed the leash, let's just go. We don't want that. We want her thinking and waiting for that release word. Very nice. So grab that leash again, and you're ready with the e-collar in case you need it. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Very nice. And now when you're ready, you can tell her B-R-E-A-K or whatever your word is. Very nice. Good job.
Girl, so I'm just gonna walk in a circle. Good girl, my baby.
Very nice.
Good
Go
girl.
ahead and sit her outside of the crate right now. Just have her sit so I can talk to you and so we can practice not having anticipation about going in or out of the crate.
So I'm gonna close the crate door.
If you want to. Very nice. And just have her sit so I can chat with you. Good girl.
And now she's pulling. Minnie, come. Come. Sit. Good.
That's nice to see. That's really good. Now she has to stay there while we talk. So something I want to highlight in the future, after you get this little area really ironed out and the dog's going in and out super smoothly, in the future, instead of breaking her out, you'll say heel or you'll say come and the dog comes and sits at your feet. I do this instead of saying break out of the kennel just so I can have a little bit more control and so the dog isn't coming out of the kennel a million miles an hour and they're looking to you, what's the next thing we're doing? Instead of saying, all right, I'm in the kennel, they're about to let me out and I'm gonna freaking take off.
Well, yes, that's exactly what break means. So I typically do from the crate to a heel.
Very good.
So when you spelled it out, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do what she tells me, and that's why you say, okay. So absolutely, I agree because break is their freedom.
Mm-hmm.
You know, their time to do what they want, and I don't want to punish them for.
Exactly. Okay, that's good to hear that you already do that. So you can do that in the future. And let's keep going. Let's see how we can improve the crate stuff. Let's do a little bit more and see where we end up here.
I have to tell you, this dog is so beautiful.
Isn't she gorgeous?
And her beautiful personality also. She's just, I'm gonna say the word spoiled, you know?
Yeah.
They conditioned her because she worked them. She worked them in.
Pyrenees are not necessarily really good family pets. They're pretty independently minded, which is why it's going to be extra hard for you to get kind of that permission-based thing, but I already see it in her. She's a changed dog from when we talked last week. So whatever you're doing is working. Keep going. All right. Now she's good. Now open that cage door and let's do it again.
Now she just got up from position from the sit.
Mm-hmm.
You don't care?
I do. I didn't release her, but she had to move to let you open that door, so that was she kind of had to
It's
move.
a little tight here.
Yeah. How cute is she?
Mini bed.
Pressure. And it's going to be steady pressure from you if you're going to use that leash to guide her. It's going to be steady pressure. You're not going to let up at all, because then she'll learn to not give into that. That's nice. Good. Keep going. It's hard when they're so big, huh?
Yep. I'm at 30. Oh gosh.
Don't worry. No, oh gosh. Just don't worry.
Bed. Mini bed. Mini bed.
Now you're pushing her in. She's not thinking for herself, is she?
No.
Nope. Okay, so what do we want to do? We want to make sure that she's thinking.
Mini bed. I've got that black button pressed.
That's fine.
Mini bed. So no pulling on the leash, or just steady pressure on the leash.
I would pull on the leash in the direction that you want her to go. So steady pressure in that direction. Make sure she has space to go in. I'm not sure. I can't really see with the angle. There you go. Pressure off. Praise. Good.
Good baby. Can you see?
I see that. Good job.
Good girl.
And now we repeat the door exercise.
Good girl. Good sit.
That sits nice. It's a good sign.
Baby, you and my baby did a good job. Good Minnie. Broke this one too. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna keep buying carabiners for the rest of my life and I'm gonna take stock in this stuff. Let's try.
It depends on the dog's reaction. If the dog is feeling that 33 and flinching, I would take it down. If the dog's feeling that 33 and they're not even emoting at all, you can't see any reaction, I would keep it there or go higher. The dog will tell you.
Alright, because I just brought it back down to a 7, which is how I work her outside.
Yeah, don't get too attached to numbers. Don't worry about the numbers. Just listen to what the dog is telling you. You know, sometimes the dog will need a 2, sometimes they'll need a 60. You know, they will tell you. But I do like to go lower and let them.
Alright, so we're at a 7 now because, I mean, you know, I don't want to, I guess, freak her out. But, alright, and listen to what you said.
Listen to the dog, don't listen to me.
Okay.
If she says a 7 is working and relevant and she cares about that enough to turn it off, that's fine. If she says a 7 is, meh, I can feel it but I don't really care, and she says this to you, you're going to need to go higher.
So let me ask you something. Is it possible on certain things that she'll work at a lower number and something like this going into the crate?
Yes.
It's just a mind fuck from her and that's why we gotta go higher?
Yep.
No.
There's obviously a lot of emotions built around this particular action going into and out of a crate with her. She has some crate anxiety, it seems. So yeah, the numbers are going to be different.
Alright.
There's so many factors that play into the numbers on the screen. So don't get too married to she is a 7. This dog is a 7, 7, 7, maybe a 10. Be like, this dog is a dog and she's going to have off days and on days and good contact and bad contact. And just roll with that. So don't get too married to that. Don't tell the owners she's always a 7 because you're going to set them up for failure.
Okay.
And your reaction to the numbers will make them feel bad about them too. So be careful about how you describe using numbers.
So just make it so your equipment is working and make it so that she feels a little something that it's uncomfortable for her, and when it's uncomfortable enough, she'll make the move.
That's right, she will. If she understands the language of the collar enough, which if you laid that groundwork well, then she should. That's why the foundation is so crucial.
And how.
Yeah.
You know, I do know a lot of shit. I do, as a trainer. But it's just coming from someone else. And, you know, I picked up a lot from Larry Crone. I've actually talked to him. What a nice guy. I really like him.
He's a nice guy, yep.
You know, and a couple of different people. But it's always, you know, it's just always good to start, you know, just start. I don't know what I'm saying.
Every good trainer is a patchwork of other good trainers and personal inferences. So you're gonna learn by yourself. There's gonna be a lot of learning you get.
I'm gonna go for her leash now. Oh, she just popped. I just gave her a little correction.
Did she feel it, do you think? I can't see very well because of the quality of the video screen. But did she react to that 7? Did the 7 say stop it and she stopped?
Yeah, she was like this, but look at what she's doing. She's leaning, and she's a smart ass. She's now leaning on the door that if I don't push back,
Correct that.
pop right open. What's that?
Correct it. Tell her that's not appropriate. There you go.
Okay.
She moves away.
She
Good
heard
job.
you. That's great. So I'm gonna go inside now. Now I'm gonna grab the leash.
Nice job. There we go, right there. Let her make the choice. She thought about it. You want to make her actually experience the floor is lava. Yeah, think about that. So until you say that the floor is not lava, the floor is lava. She can think about stepping out, but if she doesn't do it, she doesn't feel it. She steps out, she feels it.
So she actually has to step out?
I would require that from her, because right now she's kind of testing the waters, and you say, well, that's fine, you do that. But when you step out, you're actually going to get a correction. And you got to move back in to turn it off. So the onus is on her shoulders. She's got to be the one thinking about it. You're doing a lot of work for her, pulling her body. And I saw you literally lift this giant dog, and you're not a big girl. Lift her and put her in the crate. She's not thinking there. That's not thought.
No, she's a lump of coal.
Yes, she is.
So let me go back a sec. Let me go back just one sec. So I was correcting her before she even put her paw out.
That's right.
So you're saying allow her to put her paw out and then tap her.
That's what I would do personally. Some people would rather cut that off.
What you tell me?
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I would do. because you want to give her a chance to think about it. There you go. And make the choice herself.
Good girl, baby. Good girl. Good girl. My mini baby. My mini baby. Now she's going in another direction. When I turn the corner, you can't see that.
No, I can't.
One Mississippi. Boom. Good girl, mama. Good girl. You know you love me. Yes. You love me, does. Yeah. I'm your mommy right here. My big girl. My big girl. You're doing a good job, mama. Oh, I want to send you back all cured, okay?
Almost. We got some more work to do. So I'm not gonna spend too much time. As long as you understand this exercise, do you feel like after we hang up, you can do all this?
Oh, yeah.
Remember, it's quality over quantity. So keep going until that dog is smooth as silk, waiting for the cue to go inside, going in without the leash pressure. Okay?
All right, let's give this a shot. No leash pressure. Let's see what happens.
Oh, I don't think she's there yet, but that's how I want you to end the session, when she's going in and out without leash pressure.
Okay.
Okay? But I don't. Let me see the time. I gotta check the
What
time.
time is it?
It's 11:02, but I can give you a few minutes. So
All right, let's see here.
go ahead and put her in the kennel, and then we'll talk a little bit more to give you some more bang for your buck.
Go home now. Okay. Minnie, bed. Minnie, bed. All right. She's like, I'm deaf. I can't hear. Minnie,
She's not deaf. You ask one, turn the pressure on.
Minnie, bed. Minnie, bed. Minnie, bed. Good.
So let's pause there. You get her in there and close the door. I saw that all go down, and I saw that as soon as you got to a number that she was like, oh, I don't like that. That's relevant. She was like, okay, I'll go inside. So the knowledge is there. You can feel that the dog understands what you're asking, right?
All right, so let me tell you what happened on my end. I had it on 7, I pressed it. She was giving me trouble. I raised it, but I kept my finger on the button at 7. And as soon as I released it, the number I saw was 31. I was like, I pressed the button again. She's like, well, hell, I'm getting in there. So, a question about the equipment. If I keep my finger on the button, let's say it's 10, and I raise the dial, it's still going to stay on that level until I release my finger, and when I press again, it's going to go to the level that the dial went up to. Is that right?
So like I mentioned before, I am comfortable using the 302 or the 300 model of the educator. You have the Easy Educator, so you can program it differently. That is a program you can do. However, I believe it comes set up so that if you say you're at a 5, this is my dog's color. He's sleeping perfectly, so I'm not gonna do it. But say that he's at a 5 right now, okay? And I press and hold this button, and then I start scrolling up while still holding. It's gonna keep going. So he'll feel a 5, then he'll feel 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, until I end up at a 20. So
Hold them to see if I have that. If I can get them to do that. I'll have them reprogram it.
you got to do it yourself, unfortunately. It should come with a little zip drive in the package that will help you program it yourself on your computer. So that's up to you. However, so what you probably just did was you scrolled up and she felt that. She felt it go from 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 until finally it got to the 30. And then,
Actually, no. She felt it at 7. Okay, so my finger was on the button, right? Let's do it here. My finger's on the button. I started scrolling. I went up. I didn't let the finger go. I didn't happen to look. It was still 7.
Okay,
So
then that's...
I released my finger and pressed again. It was at 31. I'm like, oh, that's harsh.
That's not harsh. What did I say?
Okay.
Okay, so if you go to the go home with this dog and you say 30 is harsh, the owner's gonna be like, well, I'm never gonna go above 10. And then the dog takes up after a squirrel and the dog's dead. So don't make them feel bad about numbers. The dog will tell you what's relevant. And that sounds like a programming thing with that, so I don't know.
And maybe the word harsh is not what I said. To me, it wasn't a gradual increase where, she could turn around and say, okay, I'm good at 18. We didn't even get to 18. It didn't move at all. We went from 7 to 31. That's what I mean. It was like a little
why I recommend this one. You're not familiar with this collar yet, so I think that this would have been a better.
And I sent it back. I didn't like the way it fit in my hand.
Yeah, well, you know.
Alright, so what are we gonna do? I'm at 19, I'm gonna lower it again. And we're gonna do 7 for the lining, because I can't, you know how I feel about lining, I get crazy.
Yeah, the lining's pretty bad. So we've got like 3 minutes left that I can give you. Any other questions you have while she's just waiting there?
No, I think I'm good. I know what to do. So put out, press button. Put out, press button. Increase. Speak to the company. So we'll just keep doing this until she stops. Okay. All right. So now you want me to teach her a down outside first and then down. Okay. So that would be the. I don't know. What's homework?
Homework is getting this crate stuff smooth as silk. I mean, I want to see you next week or whenever I talk to you next. Well, I'm gonna be gone next week. I want to talk to you next time I talk to you, Friday or something, and I want to see this dog going in and out of the crate with no leash on. She's looking to you for direction to come in and out, and there's no physically picking up this Great Pyrenees and shoving her in a crate. That's not training. There we go. Wow, good job, girl.
She shuts up and now she's dropped down to the ground.
Yep, because it works.
Alright, so have it smooth. So you want, this is what I'm going to come back to, you want sit stays out of the crate and in the crate, down stays in and out of the crate, going into the crate, no leash, no hesitation, in and out, door open, no foot outside the door, blah.
Yep.
I got that right?
You got it right.
Okay, I will talk to you. I got a 10 o'clock. I gotta double check with Julie, but it's either 10 or 12 for fresh. And I'm still gonna work on this one. Damn it. So, alright. I think we're good, right? Anything else?
I think we're good. Just focus on that. Remember, the foundations are so important.
What's that?
Foundations are so important, so make sure you're not letting anything slip. And make sure that everything, if you start a lesson on down or sit or kennel antics, you're going to keep going until that dog is smooth and solid. Not until she's halfway there. I'll pick this up tomorrow. Nope, you're going to keep going.
Keep going. Okay. Alright, what time is it? Alright, yeah, I gotta go home myself. Okay. Alright, thanks so much. Friday.
Friday, I'll see you then, girl.
Friday for sure. So, you're gonna test me on Friday, and you're gonna give me new stuff to learn, and homework.
That's right.
Got it.
You got it. You got it, girl. All right, see ya.